You know, I've been preaching on a series. Part 3 of the series. Somebody say, I can't even walk without you holding my hand. I don't know about you, Carl, but the older I get, I realize how helpless I am. I got to depend on Jesus. That number one. Was that your story? It's been mine. I'm not ready yet. I thought I could be what I wanted to be. Oh, so sometimes could be all I'm sinking sand, but I can't even walk without you holding my hand. I thought I could do a lot on my own. I thought I could make it. We go to God in prayer when there's trial. Is that how it goes? When we've got the trial, we go to the Lord. But I see here in the Bible, Jesus did something that powerfully enabled him to effectively overcome the greatest of his trial. How many of you want to overcome not just the trial, but the greatest of your trial? Amen. The trial, and I know many of you are in trial. Some of you are in trials for long years, 5 years, 10 years. How many of you got a trial been there for 15 years? Oh, somebody raised their hand. Okay, some of you got an older in trial. Oh Lord, how many had a trial for 20 years? You never know. My God, enter into the Jesus world. You can't only enter into the Jesus world of trial, you also got to understand and enter into the world of triumph in trial. Amen, somebody? And today I'm going to show you how you're going to triumph in the midst of your greatest trial.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you.
Are we there?
Yes.
It's good to pray. But it's better to know what you're praying about and how you're going to pray. Yeah. I want to go to the book of Mark that powerfully brought Jesus. Explained when Jesus was at a moment of something very epic about to happen in his life. He was embarking on the greatest trial of his lifetime. Yeah. A trial. Do you know what trial does to you? Tell me. It shakes you. It makes you nervous. You start getting anxiety attack like you never had. Your blood pressure going up or getting low. Whatever. Trial affects your physical body. It affects your concentration. It affects your well-being. It affects the way you behave with your family members. It affects your whole life. Trial puts you out of control. Are you hearing somebody? But it is human to be out of control. Jesus' trial, for a moment in time, for a couple of hours, he was totally, humanly out of control. In the book of Mark 14, but I said, somebody said, thank you, Lord Jesus, that you felt some human pain in trial. You know what it means to be tried and what it meant to be tried. But Lord, I'm going to go with you now in this story. Somebody said, I'm going to go with you now. Holy Ghost, God, it is not fair for you to just have a trial and be crushed up in the trial, be shook up in the trial, to be shaken. No, come on, tell yourself, it's not fair to me to remain in that state in my trial. I must come to the state of a victory in this trial, okay? I must come. There's a difference between victory and the state of victory. I must come to the state of victory. And Carol know what I'm talking. Sometimes God will bring you to a state of victory before the victory. You have to reach the state of victory before the victory. Because Jesus will put you in a state of victory before victory.
Glory to God.
Let's go to the word and hear what Jesus said. Yeah. Mark 14:32. Where it says, then that's Jesus and his disciples, right? We can put it up on the board. Mark 14:32. What it says? they came to a place which was named Gethsemane. Gethsemane was basically an urban garden. It was a garden in the middle of Jerusalem, a place of solitude and with just a garden with trees and flowers. And he said to his disciples when he was with them there, he said, sit here while I pray. Right?
Yes.
And he took Peter, he mentioned their names, James and John. Because he knew that there's a reason he had these men close to him. He knew that he was not the only one going to go through the trial, but these men were also going to be tried greatly. And he began to be troubled. Listen to Jesus' state of mind. He was troubled and he was deeply distressed. Don't you ever feel for a moment because he's the Son of God, you don't feel trouble. The Bible said he was troubled and there was a matter that caused deep distress. Bring it back to you. Oftentimes we are troubled. Some of us more troubled than happy. Some of us don't hardly know happiness no mean, but we always troubled. This Jesus was troubled. And on top of that, he was distressed. You ever know you're distressing and then you're still worried? Lots going on, double dynamics. If that's you, you can say amen silently. But Jesus was distressed and troubled like many of us half the time, or some of you know more than like 3/4. But what went on here? Jesus had to shake himself and do something about what's going on. What he did here, where was that? Then he said to them, my soul, he went a little further, right in the same God, and he walked ahead of his disciples. He fell. He didn't bow down and knee like, he just fell down, threw himself on the ground with such intensity. And he prayed. And this is what he began to have a conversation instantly with the Father. Yes. And he said, if it was possible, Lord, let this hour pass from me. And he continued with Father. Yes. And listen to the words, how he spoke to the Father. Jesus knew the Father. He had a powerful relationship with the Father. When you begin to relate to God the Father and His Son, you're going to know, help me somebody, they're going to be a different. When you are flowing out of a relationship, your trials will take on a different meaning and direction.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord.
Jesus then said, he used the Abba, Father. The word Abba speaks of a word of endearment. My loving Father, my teddy bear Father, my Father whom I love dearly. How do you see God? He's not just your problem solver, but above all, He is your relationship builder. He's the God who loves you and who wants to talk with you in the nighttime hours. He wants to give you words of comfort. He wants to sing you songs of deliverance. He's my Abba in the days of my trials. Abba, I love Him, Father. I know you so well. I know that you care and you see the first thing to bring you out of trial. I'm honored to that. I'm not like a lot. God's been revealing the word to me. And people can talk all kinds of psychology and try. But when God reveals what goes on from the supernatural, you're going to begin to enter and the supernatural with Him to overcome in the trial. Abba, from a place of a relationship, I know, listen up, All things are possible with you. The first thing in your difficulty, you got to know that He has the power. At any moment, He can destroy this trial. He can destroy your torment, and He can make that trial mincemeat and spit it out His tongue. Because you know that with Father, out of your relationship with Him, all things will always be possible. You cannot enter from a place of doubt about who Father is to you. If you begin to put doubt about who Father is in your trial, you're going in for a shake-up.
Yes.
Amen. You got to know who Father is, like you have a father. You got to know, like my little girl, she knows.
Hallelujah.
Where she said, tell her father, she knows she's she commands her father, Daddy, go do that. Because she know he does it. Out of a relationship, you know what the Father is capable of doing. Help me, somebody. So the stronger your relationship, the more is your confidence that He will do anything for you. Anything for you. But Jesus went a little deeper in His know that He can get anything from the Father. He said, Lord, because I know I can get anything, I'm going to ask you to take the cup. But then because of his walk with God, he turned his statement, take the cup, just take it. But whilst he kept meditating, Lord, Father, I want you to take the cup. But I want you to remove this trial then. Is that always, Lord, I come out because I want you to remove the trial. But Lord, whatever you desire, however you desire to move in this trial, if you don't want to take it away, whatever or however you desire to make this trial victorious, let it be. Come on, somebody. There's a second dimension when God has not answered by removing the trapper. He got another plan that He's going to activate to bring you successfully out of the trap. What about plan number 2? Jesus entered into the second aspect when the Father didn't remove it. He did not push the Father button. He said, God, whatever you want, however you want to make me be victorious in this trial, I will let myself go through to become. You see, God's plan in the trial is not your plan. God's method in the trial is not your method. And of course God could remove it, but it wasn't the will of God to remove it. It was God's will for Him to go through. But while He was going to, help me somebody, the end of the trial was victory. Was the end of Jesus' trial defeat anybody here? The end of Jesus' trial was the greatest victory humanity could have experienced. The end of Jesus' trial was the greatest miracle working power God ever done.
Yes. Hallelujah.
So in your trial, taking you in the trial with Jesus, if you've been going through a trial for 10 years, 5 years, 2 years, half a year, whatever, if the trial ain't budging, come to a place, Lord, whatever you choose to do to give me victory, I will go with you. Come on, help me somebody. I will go with you. I will follow with you. So because I know you're going to lead me lead me to where? Victory. Somebody says, as I'm going through, I'm going to the place of victory. Come on. As I'm going through, I'm not going through the fail, but I'm going through to what? To be victorious. That's the first thing. Tell yourself, this trial didn't come to knock me out. This trial has come to take me over. Come on. This trial has come to what? Take me over. So I am going over. Come on. I am just saying, going over. Come on. I'm going over. I'm letting myself flow. Go over. Go over. Don't waste it here and more. Rise and go up. Arise from the dust. Shake yourself and see the progressive victory as you go through.
Hallelujah. Going over.
Jesus. Let's see what He did. And He went a little further. But there was something. Somebody said there was a preparation for the victory. Jesus knew he was going to die at Gethsemane, Calvary. He knew Judas was coming to betray him. He knew he was entering a great, because it already came upon him in spirit. It was already happening. When it was going to happen, it was going to get more intensive. It was going to get. So what did Jesus do? The Bible said Jesus went to the place that he always prayed. Just listen. Jesus prepared himself for the moment. When you got the trial, instead of knocking on God's door, you got to prepare for the trial. Somebody here, lack of preparation means failure. If you don't dress for the interview, you can't get the job. Come on, somebody. If you don't dress for war, you're going to lose. If you don't prepare for your trial, you're going to fail in the trial. Jesus realized that God was not going to answer. He removed him. So, Lord, how do I need to prepare to be victorious? Come on. If God ain't, don't waste your time. If God don't remove the thing right away, ask God, what do I need to do to prepare myself that the trial be victorious? That's what Jesus had to do. Jesus, number one, he went to the place where he always prayed. And I would say it again. The only power in trial is called the prayer power. Dependence on the Lord. He realized that without God's help, without God's ability, without God's anointing, he can't defeat these judges. He can't defeat these devils. He can't defeat these people. He can't defeat these people who are putting sentences and putting conditions. Help me somebody. I said you need prayer power. You need God power. You need God's authority and God's vindication. Your word ain't mean squat. But Jesus understood he got to employ the presence and power of God the Father. So he had to come in prayer to depend on God to move for him. When did he depend? Did he wait till everything was taken? Did he cry out to God on the cross? No. Jesus' greatest prayer was done in the Garden of Gethsemane. I said your greatest time is going to be your prayer time. And then you're going to open the doors and you're going to start to see things changing. Help me. Hezekiah locked himself up and said, I ain't coming out. The armies are coming. The report said I'm going to die. But I'm going to shut myself and I'm going to find my God. His presence and power must move and destroy the army that is coming after me.
Yes.
Jesus.
Amen.
Jesus understood the great importance, urgency of the moment to get quickly in prayer, to be filled and with the God's presence. Talking about your problems is good. Discussing it on the telephone is also nice. Sitting down in depression could be quite relaxing. Decide to run away from church and run all over and crushing yourself every corner. It's kind of impressive. Hallelujah. Tying your head up with a band and start smoking weed is maybe kind of encouraging. But if you decide and tell yourself, I'm a born again Christian, I know the God who I serve, I feel like hell this morning, but I gotta go down, I gotta lock myself, I gotta tell God death's coming, but I must pray until your presence and power will supernaturally come on the face of the crucifixion. You will be there. You must be there to deliver me. What is your preparation time like in the hour of trial?
No question. Yes, preach.
The Bible says you can waste the time, or you can make the time the most powerful preparation you've ever seen to destroy the devil before you. Okay? And he fell, and then he said, and the first thing he said, He came and he told his disciples, and then Matthew had a different version. Matthew said he told them to come aside and pray before he went to pray. You see, God warned the disciples, you Peter, James and John, soon your head's going to be beheaded. They're going to look after you. They're going to run for you. They're going to imprison you after I'm gone. You're going to be tried too.
Yes.
But boys, get down and pray. Begin to pray. I can't be with you. I can't talk now. Come on, somebody. Jesus realized the urgency of the moment for God to move. Come on, somebody. A lot of you, God, you lose the moment. You begin to, you let that time, that urgent time that God gave you for victory, you waste it. He could have remained talking about what's going to happen, but he said, boys, I ain't got time. I'm going to be tried. The trial of my life, I've got to be ready. The God in me has got to overcome this trial. I'm going in this because God will come out of this. Come on, somebody. Whatever you're going in, it is because God must come out of it.
Yes.
But Jesus didn't waste the time of complaining, getting angry, getting upset, commit suicide before they kill him.
No.
Take painkiller. No. He got down to business because he wanted God to prove himself. Come on, somebody. This is not time to run all over. This is not time to shake your head and band up your head. This is time, hallelujah, put your friends aside and get down until the power comes down to deliver you.
Yes. Amen. Amen.
There was a short time when Jesus needed the effective power of God to move. He had to fill himself up so that the power was going to be ready when he needs it. Come on. You got to fill yourself up so the power going to be ready when you need it. Come on, somebody. You got to fill yourself up so the power going to be ready.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord.
And for a moment, Jesus, he didn't need to get up. Jesus loved to pray. He needed every second. But he got up and he looked for his disciples and he saw them sleeping. Matthew said, and he said, Peter, Simon, are you sleeping? Could you not watch 1 hour? Matthew said they were very sorrowful in spirit. They were very depressed and sad that they didn't feel like praying. You ever know sometimes trials make you weak, you don't feel like praying? But yet, Jesus didn't consider that as an excuse. Jesus turned and said, boy, I feel like you. I feel not good. I don't want to pray right now. I'm depressed. I'm sorrowful. I feel bad. I just don't want to be in this state. But I have to do what I got to do. Come on. I got to do what I got to do to get out of the situation I'm in. A lot of you got to stop being lazy Christian and do what you got to do to get out of your situation.
Amen. Yes.
Some of you waste your time. You're listening to melancholic music to help you. You know who's singing there? People want that themselves.
Amen. Amen.
You're trying all kind of props. The props can't save you. What's going to save you is use that down time for Holy Ghost time. Use that depressed time for power time. Use that time when you feel down to get up and rise. Something was happening to the Spirit of the Christ in the hour of trial. It was prayer power.
Amen.
The disciples was losing. They were letting the time slip by with nothing being done. They were losing ground in terms of being ready for the trial. Jesus left them. He told them he went back. And the Bible said, if I would go on, he came 3 times to them. Between the two, Matthew and Mark. He came 3 times. And all 3 times, he found them men sleeping. He waked them up to pray, and he didn't only tell them pray. He told them why they must pray. This is what he turned and said to them here. He said, watch, verse 38. Watch. Watch means you don't only pray aimlessly. You know what you pray. You know something, I'm going to pray. You can tell somebody, let us pray for the cast out spirits out in front of Ozone Park. They're going praying for Africa, India, South America, and Asia. Be specific. Be know what you're targeted. Know exactly what you're praying. Get down in business. Don't waste the time. Watch. Know what your surrounding is. Know what devils are going after you. Know what kind of people want to destroy you. Watch. Come on, somebody. Don't live like this. Be alert of your environment. Know where the snake's coming from. Now the snakes crawl at night. Help me, somebody. You must know what's coming after you. Where it's coming from. Come on, somebody. You must have. Don't be passive. Naiveness never take you to victory and passivity. You must know what you're going on around you. Watch, your eyes gotta be open to hear and see. And when you watch and you know, you begin to pray. Help me, somebody. You gotta be alert. And then from being alert, you pray. Why did Jesus tell him to pray? He didn't say so that you don't have temptation. No. If you understand the Greek, you're gonna know. Pray so that when the hour of trial comes, you are not going to fail. You will be victorious. He's saying the hour of trial will come. Come on, somebody. Somebody, you say, Pastor, pray that this thing be removed. Is it God's will? God may want you to go through it. But are you ready to go through it? Is that the question here? Am I ready? If you're ready, come on, somebody. You will be. You don't need my prayers. You're going to be victorious. Trial will come.
Amen.
He says, when the trial comes, sons, are you ready to walk in victory? You don't wait for the person to die and bring the pastor. Unless God said, raise the dead. That day we were supposed to raise the dead. I'll tell you later about that. You know, he told me what happened and everything. You don't wait till things gone too far. You get in action before. He said, boys, you know the spirit is what? Is ready, but your flesh, this humanity is always weak. But you can't listen to it. You got to listen to what? I don't want to embark on that. You have to what? Listen to the spirit, man. And he went again and he prayed. And when he returned, he found them sleeping again. For their eyes were heavy and they did not know what to answer him. God will always be beckoning you to come to pray and hear what he got to say in your trials. But we got blind eyes, blind ears, and all we want to do is when we're depressed, you sleep. Ever know depressed people just sleep? Because you don't want to be watered. But come on, that's the time. What happened? That's the time Jesus was ready and he was fully ammunition. Are you here?
Yes.
And when the moment came, he came to them. He came the third time. Verse 41.
Yes.
Are you still sleeping and resting? It is enough. For the hour has now come. Behold, the Son of Man is about to be betrayed in the hand of sinners. There is no more time to pray. The trial is about to happen. But there's two sets of people going now after that 1 hour of trial. There is Jesus and there's the 3 sleeping disciples. All of them were going to be tried. All of them going to be tried. But Jesus was fine.
Yes.
Jesus rose up with confidence.
Hallelujah.
Jesus rose up knowing that God said, don't worry, son, I'm going to be there when they crucify you. I'm going to be there when you stand on Calvary. I'm going to be there. Hallelujah. I'm going to appear. I'm going to make the world black. I'm going to shut down the temple. I'm going to destroy the devil. I'm going to go down to hell. I'm going to take the keys of death and hell, and I'm going to give it to the Son of God, and I will raise you up in my resurrection power, son. Get up and go. Go with confidence. Go with a smile, and go with your head raised high in the greatest trial of your life. I'm going to be there.
Hallelujah. Thank you, Lord.
I'm going to be there. Because Jesus was already prepared in prayer for what God was going to do for him. The disciples did nothing. When the trial came, they went hiding. They were shaken. They were shattered. They were broken. And they were left really not able to overcome in that hour. but the Christ was able. Do you understand this big difference? Hallelujah. And it says 3 times Jesus came to Peter. And it says, if you're going to look forward, it is 3 times that he denied Jesus. 3 times Jesus asked him to pray. And 3 times he denied. Because God knew the amount of times Peter was going to be put in a trial. Peter's life was going to be at stake 3 times. But Peter was never ready. Come on, somebody. I'm here to close, but I'm here to tell you, what are you doing in your trial? It is how you prepare today will determine the victory of tomorrow. It's nice to believe in a prophecy, but it's better to depend on the God of the prophecy. It's nice for hands to be laid on you, but it's better to when the God himself lays hands on you and empower you and anoint you with fire from heaven. It's nicer to hear God's word, but it's better when fire falls from heaven. If somebody here, it's better to hear that faith work, but it's better, hallelujah, when you know that God said, I'm with you, son. You go, you're going to overcome. I am with you.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you.
Jesus was ready. Because it was not God's will to remove the trial, but for him to go through and yet be victorious. Come on, somebody. I said God may allow some of you to go through. But are you sleeping while you're going through? Or are you preparing while you're going through?
My God.
They all had that 1 hour before Calvary. God will give you enough time in your life to be fully equipped, fully anointed, fully ready, fully saturated, fully empowered. So when you step on the scene, come on somebody, the devil will smell you from afar and say, that's a dynamite coming in town. I can't take a child because she got the power. I can't take a job, she got the power. I can't take a mind, she got the power. She's come to destroy me in combat. I can't go after that one. I can't take that one. I just can't touch that one. That one too much for me. But that one over there is cheese for my breakfast. If it's not the cat cheese, it's the rat cheese. Brothers and sisters, I could go on here, but I choose to ease up here to help you now. What is, let's talk about you, the trial in your life.
Amen, amen.
What are you doing as it intensifies? Do you know this thing was intensifying as Jesus was praying? That hour was great intensification. They could have heard the army coming, room. They could have heard the Roman army. Man, when them Romans coming, you can't, you hear them from a distance. The Roman army was coming to take the Christ. Yeah, you ever smell bad news so close? And it affects your whole psyche up here. But help me now, what you gonna say? The more the trial was getting hot, the Bible said that Christ, one other voice, which I don't know which one, I think what one other one said, Jesus' prayer became blood. Jesus' prayer was so intense. He was so intense about God coming through that the man prayed blood. How is your prayer type? Is it A, B, C, D, E, F, G? Who's on the phone? What do you want? They're coming over for dinner. What time is prayer meeting? I'm going tonight. Church, oh God. Hope they're over early. Brian, I don't feel like reading it. Let me call Pastor. I got all this problem, Pastor. You know my problem still? Help me, Pastor. When you help me? God give you the hour to prepare. Before you pick up the phone to call me, when you're supposed to pray, you're switching the TV. I don't like this channel. I don't that one. Let me take that one. This time you're about to lose your job tomorrow morning. The doctor said you're going to dead with cancer in 4 days. But sir, you got a court case, and if you don't win that, you're going to definitely be in the slump. And all you do, what channel? How can I this? Who calling? Oh, Mary? What do you want? Let me go, Tom. I gotta go do supermarket shopping. I gotta do it. Go to the mall, Bridget. Have a nice time. Miss prayer meeting, church. Have a beautiful time. Don't read the word, church. Complain about the service when he's done and the preacher preaching her heart out and you complaining. Have a nice time. Don't worship God. Just close your eyes and your heart and your mind. Just knock yourself out. Enjoy your life. But tomorrow morning, at 10 o'clock, you gotta appear at the court. You gotta dress up in a fine suit, but you sweating from head to toe. Your shoes is one pool of water. Oh, help me, God. Your job's on the firing line. Your kid in the hospital bed. Help me, somebody. Peter, James, and John were there. But Jesus, hallelujah. Somebody said, I want to be a Jesus Christian. Come on, lift those kinds. My trial is on, but God's also signed on. Come on, somebody. It may seem like it's getting less, but God is equipping me. God is enabling me. God is anointing me. And God is about to give me the greatest miracle the world is about to see. The world is about to see the greater miracle coming out of me. I may be down for a long time, but I ain't done yet. As long as I get up, I still got another moment to pray. I still got another hour to pray. So stand to your feet in your trials, and we're going to cry out. What do you feed your mind when life seems to be so tough? Lift those hands in Barakashta. The Lord will never leave his children.